tax-exempt status of the corporate jets. There are tens of thousands of people who are middle-class workers who work in corporate aviation. Mm-hmm. My question is, including several tens of thousands in Kansas, Washington, Oklahoma, they are very worried about the president's comments about eliminating the tax exemption, because in their words, every time it's been eliminated before, there's been layoffs, and there's been thousands of layoffs in Kansas since the president started mentioning this in the corporate aviation area. These are middle-class workers. What would you say to them?
I would say that making budgets and choices about deficit reduction always involves difficult choices, and that when it's a choice between laying teachers off or affecting our national security, or in the broader scheme, reforming our tax code that in a way that eliminates these tax breaks, special interest tax breaks, or subsidies, that is a better option than voucherizing Medicare, or cutting education investment, or throwing kids off of Head Start. I think that.
Job last week or last June.
No, I understand.
He left me a message and said, I lost my job because of this. I'm sure. I mean, he supports a family.
Again, I think that the question here is, what choices do we make, and do we choose to protect narrow special interest loopholes that, by the way, the Speaker of the House said just late last year there were so many of them that he could come up with $800 billion in revenues that he would direct towards deficit reduction just by closing loopholes like that and capping deductions like the ones we've discussed. I don't doubt that there are benefits that are enjoyed by companies and others that flow from these loopholes and special provisions in the tax code. But the broader interest here is in making choices that are fair for everyone in the way that we reduce our deficit. And closing.
The middle class is employed.
I take your point. I think I've answered the question, which is that we have to make choices here. And I think that overwhelmingly a decision to close a special interest tax break as opposed to throwing 70,000 kids off of Head Start is a pretty clear choice. None of these are cost-free, but it's a pretty clear choice. Thank you.